A young fighter by the name Jack Dempsey fought his way to victory by leaving a lasting impact on the world of boxing, with his hands made of steel and a heart as strong as a lion. Jack Dempsey went on to become one of the most legendary and iconic champions in American sport history. Williams Harrison Jack Dempsey was born on June 24, 1895. He goes by the nickname Kid Blackie and the Manassa Mauler. He was an American professional boxer who competed from 1914 to 1927 and resigned as the world heavyweight champion from 1919 to 1926. Due to his father's inability to find work, Dempsey dropped out of elementary school to work. He then left home at the age of 16. Due to his lack of money, he occasionally visits saloons and challenges for fights in exchange of money. If anyone accepts his challenge, bets would be placed. According to Dempsey's autobiography, he rarely lost any challenge. Dempsey worked as a part-time bodyguard to the president of the Salt Lake Tribune, Thomas F. King, and son of Utah U.S. Senator Thomas Kent. In 1914, Dempsey started boxing with the nickname Kid Blackie. He had an impressive knockout within most of his first rounds, which later earned him a fight with Jess Willard. He later knocked Willard to the floor 7 times in the first round. Jess Willard suffered a broken ribs, several broken teeth, deep fractures, and a broken jaw. This brought about suspicion that Jack Dempsey cheated due to the damages incurred in the fight and how Dempsey's knuckles didn't have any fractures. Following his victory, Dempsey toured around the country, making publicity appearances and appearing in a low-budget Hollywood movie. Jack Dempsey did not defend his title until September 1920 when he fought against Billy Meeks in Benton Harbor, Michigan. Billy Meeks got knocked out in the 3rd round. Jack Dempsey's second title happened in December 1920 against Bill Brennan at Madison Square Garden, New York City. In the 10th round, Dempsey's ears was bleeding badly and Bill Brennan was ahead on points. Dempsey later bounced back to stop Brennan in the 12th round. In 1920, Jack Dempsey became a cultural icon known for his impressive and aggressive fighting style, and his punching ability made him one of the most popular boxers in history. Most of his fights had set financial and attendance records. On July 2, 1921, Dempsey went into contest with Georges Carpentier at Jersey City. This fight generated the first $1 million gate in boxing history with a crowd of 91,000 people who watched the fight. Though it was seen as the fight of the century, this event became the first national radio broadcast. In the 2nd round, Carpentier wobbled Dempsey with a hard right punch. Carpentier broke his thumb in that round, which crippled his chances. Dempsey ended up winning the match in the 4th round. On July 1923, Dempsey defended his title against Tommy Gibson. Dempsey won the match as a result of a 15-round decision. Dempsey also had his last title defense in September 1923 against an Argentine heavyweight, Luis Angel Firpo, in New York City. Dempsey defeated Firpo in the 2nd round by knockout. This fight was transmitted by a live radio, Buenos Aires. Dempsey developed his defense mechanism by constant movement and speed. His boxing style was offensive, always moving up and down, side to side as he administered short swinging blows. During a period of 3 years, he was only involved in exhibition matches. On September 1926, at the age of 31, Dempsey felt he was too old to deal with carefully trained Ginny Tooney in their first fights. Tooney was a former US Marine who was considered as an underdog before the match. The match took everyone by storm when Dempsey lost his title on points in 10 rounds. Dempsey returned to his dressing room. He explained his loss to his wife by saying, "Honey, I forgot to duck." Dempsey had a boxing record of 68 wins out of 85 fights, 53 wins by knockout, 6 losses and 9 draws. He was ranked 10th on the Ring magazine for all-time heavyweights and also made it into the top 100 greatest puncher, where he was ranked 7th. In 1950, he was voted for by the Associated Press as the greatest fighter of the last 50 years and was endorsed as a member of the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Dempsey retired from boxing after a rematch with Tony, but continued doing exhibition bouts with over 100 matches between 1930 and 1931 alone. Dempsey married 4 times. He also served in the New York Stage Guard as a first lieutenant during the World War II, but later resigned and got commissioned into the Coast Guard Reserve. He became a lieutenant commander in 1942 and commander in 1944. In 1950, he authored a book on boxing with the title Championship Fighting, Explosive Punching and Aggressive Defense. Jack Dempsey achieved a lot of success in his boxing career, but on May 31, 1983, he died of heart attack at 87 years of age in New York City.